Hey guys, it's Jennifer with the Passionate Papery Company. I hope you're doing well. Today I wanted to do a video on how I take a composition book and put a new cover on it and sort of customize it a little bit with a soft cover. So if you're into that, just stick around. Okay, so the first thing I do is get a composition book, and where I'm at right now, school's getting ready to start back, so you can find these fairly cheap back to school supplies. And so I open it up to the middle, and you can see right here there are stitches in there. And so I take a seam ripper or a little pair of scissors, and I go in there and I snip those stitches. And then the cover comes apart from the book. And it looks like this. And so I don't use this cover. Now, if you didn't want to make a separate cover, you could use this cover. I've done that before, but I've had a lot of bubbles in the fabric or the paper I use, and I'm just not a fan of it. I may try to do something different with this later, but for now, what I did was took tissue paper and laid it down on a piece of fabric, and then did my Mod Podge mixture, which is glue and water, and I lay it down on a piece of plastic and glue all that together and let it dry, and this is what you come up with. So I will link the video where I actually show that. I think it's the Barbie tutorial video. I will link that video down below, and you can watch in the very beginning of that movie how I do that. But that's exactly how I did this. And then I just reinforced the spine by putting a spare sheet of paper over top of this. There's some places that came up, but I'm gonna glue those down. But what I'm gonna do is I will take this, and you can see it's already got holes in it, but I just made a template right here of where I wanted it, and then I poke the holes into the composition paper here where I'm going to sew it, and then I'm going to do the same thing here, and then I will sew it all together. But first, before I do that, I need to fix these places right here, glue that back down, and I'm going to do an inside piece of paper and a pocket here in the front, and glue down the closure how I've decided I'm going to do the closure. I can't decide if I'm going to do a tie or in a piece of an elastic, but those are what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do that really quick, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm going to take this over to the sewing machine and I'm going to sew around the edges before I glue down the inside. So I'll be back. Okay, so what I've done is taken this to the sewing machine and I sewed around the edges, and then I cut 2 inside pieces and I sewed around the edges of those, and then the pockets in the same paper, but I'll alternate them like this. And I've inked all of the edges, and now I'm going to glue all of this down, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so you can see that I have glued down the inside, glued down the pockets, inked everything. And then I also made this like little label. I took a piece of black cardstock, took an extra piece of this that I sewed around, and then a white piece of cardstock. I inked it and glued it down here, and then I took the same template that I used for the paper to poke holes in this. And so now I'm going to take my composition pad with the holes in it, and I'm going to sew it into the cover. So when I get done with that, I'll be back. And so there you have it. That's how I take an ordinary composition book and kind of make it mine. Now I will lay this under a couple of books, heavy books, overnight and let it finish drying and get the shape. And I'll probably cut these tails and take a lighter to each one, but this is just a little video to show you how I make my composition books interesting. So if you like this, you can check out my Etsy shop. I'll put the link in the description box below, and thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you have a great day. Bye.